What's up, everyone? We have some more feed updates, and also we're going to be talking about the safety suite competition and what it could mean for the players over the next couple of days in the game, which is really, really exciting. But first, we're going to dive right into some feed updates and some more game plans, some more alliances, and just general updates of the feeds. That's really, really exciting because day two is always a very pinnacle day in the house. Often bonds are made on day two that go all the way to finale night, so it's definitely a very interesting day to talk about, and we'll talk about the bonds that have been made. First things first, the first two house guests to wake up were Memphis and Kevin, so they had a good bonding session in the morning, just drinking some coffee. And for sure, it's always a great tactic in Big Brother to be the last person to go to sleep and the first person to wake up, so you're ensuring that you're not missing out on any game talk whatsoever. So they had a great. I don't know if they just woke up early by accident or if they purposely got up, but you know that's definitely done the social game the world of good. Both of them chatted for about an hour, and you know, for the amount of chat that went on last night, an hour is a good fraction of what happened last night. So I think there's definitely a good bond now between Kevin and Memphis, and it's definitely going to do the social games well. Next up, we have Bailey proving that she is an extremely perceptive player, and she's already basically called out to Janelle that Tyler and Cody are working together. She basically just twigged on that, you know, with less than 24 hours in the game, and I just thought that was phenomenal. So massive props to Bailey there. Someone else also did that, and I will get to that later on, but I've got to give some respect to Bailey for that. So very well done there. Another potential alliance now, guys, and Danny and Dave Von are bonding extremely well. Dave Von is working extremely hard to get that alliance going. They had a great conversation earlier that helped them get to know each other a lot more. And then they came together for some more communication later that led on to only better things, just creating that stronger and stronger bond between the two. Davon even did a piece to camera after she had left the room. She looked and said, "I know this is what you want, America. I'm really hustling to get this alliance going with Danny." So I think that's definitely something we've got to watch out for over the next couple of days, because I think we're definitely going to be seeing a Danny and Davon alliance. Nicole Franzel has joined Cody in the HOH room to discuss a lot of nomination talk. You know, they've definitely established some sort of ride or die situation there, taking each other to the final two, and they fully trust each other. They're very, very cool with each other. So Nicole threw up the idea of Cody having a guys alliance and Nicole having an all girls alliance, and Nicole basically said that she'd sell all them out. She didn't say that straight up, but she said she'd give all the intel from that girls alliance to Cody, essentially selling them all out. So we'll see where that goes and if those alliances do develop. The all girls alliance was to include Danny, Christmas, Davon and herself, so we'll see if that gets formed. I think she wanted Danny to initiate it, so we'll see what happens over the next couple of days with that. I don't know if it's going to be feasible. I don't know if anybody's going to twig on or, you know, realise quite quickly that Nicole is actually playing them and totally selling them out to Cody. So we'll see how that goes. But Cody, obviously, he straight up said he realises that Danny is an extremely smart player, so he's watching out for her because he feels that she's a huge threat. However, his plan isn't to nominate Danny. He threw up the names of Kesa and Janelle, unfortunately, and potentially Keisha as someone else in that sort of ring of names. And I think Ian was brought up ever so slightly. However, I think Nicole Franzel tried to get the target off Ian because she doesn't want to be the only winner in the house, thus putting a bigger target on her back. So it looks like it's potentially going to be Kesa or Janelle, but obviously with this safety suite competition, anyone can save themselves this week, so we'll get to that later in the video. But for now, it looks like Cody set his sights on Janelle, Kesa or Keisha. As for people who were safe, Cody has told Nicole Anthony that she is safe and she won't be nominated, which is great to hear. I'm glad to hear that. I think Nicole Anthony is making brilliant moves. Her social game is fantastic and she hasn't rubbed anyone up the wrong way yet. Potentially there was a little bit of animosity going on with Nicole Franzel and Danny, but nothing too harmful to her game or anything that's going to sink her game. So I'm very, very glad there that Nicole Anthony's performing extremely well. And you know, back to the nominations, Cody basically has sort of just said he's waiting for something or someone to give him a viable reason to put someone on the block. He doesn't just want to sort of put them on because he wants to put them on. I think he wants to go with the generic week one house choice for his nomination, so we'll see how that one turns out. One of my personal favourite conversations of the morning was between Danny and Kesa, two incredible players, and a great conversation they had indeed. You know, Danny was asking Kesa what his relationship with Janelle is like now, and Kesa played it off really well. I don't know if he's still got a strong relationship with Janelle. However, you know, he did the best of that scenario and he answered with the best answer possible. And also, it seems like Kesa and Janelle are definitely working together when they had that little interaction last night and said they need to stay away from each other because they'll get the target on their back otherwise. So I think Kesa made the best of a bad situation, and he basically was sort of just saying, you know, he's got a lot of respect for Janelle, But he's basically, he feels like he's reintroducing himself to her. Like, they haven't really stayed in contact, he said. So it's like just meeting Janelle all over again. But I'm really, really excited for sure. There's 100% alliance going on with Janelle and Kesa, and I'm here for it. I really hope they both make it far. And, I think Kesa's just proven that he's got an extremely great social game, and I can't wait to see where it takes him, and hopefully not in the nomination chairs. Similarly, though, to what I said earlier with Bailey twigging onto the fact that Tyler and Cody are working together, Kesa was the other person to call them out when Danny asked him if he's got his eyes on anyone. He straight up had that in the holster ready. He pulled it out and he was like, I've already got my eyes on Tyler and Cody. So massive respect to Kesa there as well for being super perceptive. And I'm glad that Danny and Kesa got the chance to bond. They are both brilliant players, and I really hope to see them work together. If they do, I think they could go really, really far in the game. Tyler is back to his good old usual tricks from BB20. He basically has already created 3. Yeah, I repeat that. We're not even 2 days in. He's created 3 ride or die final 2s with Folk in the house, and it's only day 2, so God knows how many else he's going to create. He has basically chatted with Bailey and sort of just made amends with her from season 20 with their argument, and they've basically sort of decided, and I think this is a great tactical move, they've sort of just said they potentially should pretend to dislike each other and pretend to be going for each other to get each other out, because then other house guests will leave them alone if they're both trying to get each other out. So I think that's a great move on their part. So yeah, just to conclude though, Tyler has seems to have created a final 2 alliance with both, with Thrice, Christmas, David, and Bailey. So that's classic Tyler, and it seems he's taken the same route as he did in BB20. Moving on to the main event now, and this is the Safety Suite competition, which is really, really exciting. It was the twist that Julie Chen announced on premiere night, basically saying that 2 people could end up being saved from the block, so I think that's really, really interesting. So obviously nothing's been confirmed yet, but here is my thoughts on the Safety Suite, and I think this seems quite viable. I think it could be the case. So the feeds actually did cut out earlier, and then it seems as though quite a few of the house guests now have a lanyard around their neck that says a VIP pass on it. So I believe this VIP pass is going to allow them the option to compete in the Safety Suite comp if they want to. Obviously, it's going to be totally optional. If they feel that they are safe with the HOH, then they won't need to use it. However, immediately this is going to be exposing everyone's game. If they decide to use it, then they'll know that, because I believe if you decide to use it, you must take someone else into the Safety Suite competition with you as well to keep safe. So that automatically exposes someone that you're in an alliance with. If you choose not to use it, it probably means that you're in cahoots with the HOH. So it's really going to be another layer of duplicity, and interesting to sort of see how people incorporate this into their strategy. I think it's definitely going to make or break a few games, and it's going to expose a hell of a lot of alliances in the first week. But for sure, I think Janelle and Kesa are going to need to be used this week, and I don't think it's going to be any surprise if they both try and save each other, and I really hope that they can. Obviously, if Cody's not targeting them, then maybe they can get away with not using it, but I think it probably is the best option to do it if you feel that you are threatened. But as I say, it's going to expose a million secrets whether you use it or not. It's basically going to show that where you are in the house, and it's going to create that divide immediately from the beginning of the game, and I think it's going to be an excellent next few days that we can watch on the feeds. That is it for all the feed talk and Safety Suite talk from me. It's been an absolute privilege chatting to you all again. So please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, because I'll be updating further feeds and all the updates that are still to come. I will be covering it, and I'm having a whale of a time doing it as well. So please hit the subscribe button. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Safety Suite competition. Who would you like to see saved? And who do you think Cody's going to nominate? Just any thoughts on this week? Just drop it in the chat, because you never know. I might just reply, and somebody else might reply to you, and it's always great to mingle with all the other Big Brother fans. But besides from that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. I've been your host, Tom Vasey. Good night.